What up, everyone? We are going to do a little, watch me work, I don't know. I'm doing my nails and you guys are coming along for the ride. I've actually had my hand done for a while. I filled this hand, never got around to it. This is the life of a nail tech. But I'm going out of town and I would like to semi-match. But I thought it'd be fun to use some of the newness, maybe some neon cream clays, maybe some summer pixies, and the summer chromes. So we're gonna do a really simple design because I don't got a lot of time, but let's get started. First and foremost, I'm gonna try not to touch my hair. I am the worst client ever, guys. Like, if my client sat here and did this with their hair after I prepped them, there would be problems. We'd have a smackdown. We'd have to go toe to toe. But it's a do as I say and not as I do situation. So we know the drill. We have already taken our 150 file, got ourselves to a nice raw stage. What does raw mean? Raw to me means I've filed, I've shaped, I've taken my 150, I got a little texture to the nail enhancement. This is acrylic that we're going over the top of. Same thing applies to hard gel. And I have protein on the top. And this is all to ensure that what I do on top doesn't chip off. Whether we're doing gel polish, whether we're doing cream clays, whether we're doing mission control, or just gel top coating. Let's get the glasses, and we're gonna use Theme Park and Side Eye Sunnies today. And I guess I'll probably kind of match this and I don't know. You know how it is. Once you've had something on your hands for a while, you're completely bored of it, but again, we're not gonna overthink this today. I really love using this brush for cream clays. It's kind of firmer, a little stiffer, shorter. It does have the scoop if you want to do some custom mixing on the other side, but I just find that it applies the cream clays really, really nicely. I think I'll start with an ombre, and when I am gonna ombre or kind of mix them together, I like to start with the less dominant color, which I would consider the yellow a little less dominant. The pink will overtake the yellow very quickly. So I like to start with the less dominant one. And we're just gonna get our color. And then we're just gonna go to the side. Actually, until I get established what I'm doing, I'm gonna just kind of take not a whole lot of product. I'm gonna pay attention to my sides. Get it all the way up in there. Hopefully you guys can see and my big old head is not in your way. And then I like to, with that less dominant color, I like to bring it a little bit further than halfway over, almost like 75%. And then I'm gonna wipe the excess off, and then I'm gonna just kind of brush the excess out in that center area. And then we're gonna grab that pink. Okay. And a little bit goes a long way. And again, I'm just starting, I'm getting a feel for it, so I don't wanna just overtake the whole thing right away. Again, I'm just paying attention to my sides, making sure we're just nice and tucked up in there. This is what I love the cream clays for. I shake, and this I can tuck up pretty tight to those cuticles with not messing everything up. Again, I'm gonna wipe that excess off, and I'm just gonna come in that center and bring it over. We're gonna end up starting to see a little bit of an orangey look in the center. And that's what we're going for. And I'm gonna stop here. We're not finished, but I'm just gonna freeze it. What is freezing, guys? We're just gonna stick it in the light. 10 seconds. We're just gonna get it to stop moving so I can add on top of it, but I've established my foundation, kind of my guideline of what I'm going for in the kind of side ombre, or is that a horizontal? Is that horizontal, Jorge?
Vertical.
Vertical. Don't trust me on this stuff. Vertical. I'm gonna trust Jorge on this. Ombre, which if you have not used the cream clays for ombreing, you know me, I like my airbrush for it, but this is pretty darn simple. Okay, so let's get our yellow again, our less dominant color. Get it on our brush. And tap it off. I mean, you can see how very little product I'm using. Again, to get that corner, I'm sorry, I'm gonna turn my finger and get in your way for 2.2 seconds while I look. I'll wipe that excess off, bring it kind of out to that 75% mark again. Wipe the excess off. Let's get our pink. How simple is that? Again, I'm just getting my sides. Wipe the excess off. Let's bring it through. And I'm just putting a pretty good amount of pressure in between. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm pushing down. I'm fanning out that brush and pushing it down as I wipe. Not bad. I like it. Simple is good, guys. We like simple. Clients love simple. We tend to overcomplicate art sometimes, at least I've tried to in the past, and we all know I do not like to hand paint. You hand painter, bless you, because you're talented and I am not. But I love color. I love simple designs. I love glitter, as we all know. And I think, you know, for the people that are like me that shake a lot or don't have the patience for hand art, these are good options. So we too can participate in art, just not as much as you do. Okay, so I'm just freezing that again, and I'm gonna take a look at it. I'm pretty darn happy with it, guys. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna start with the pink here and then fade into the yellow, but I'm gonna start again, non-dominant, right? Let's just do this. And had I thought about it, I could have done the yellows at the same times. I could have done the pinks at the same times. These are all time savers, but I'm not that smart today. So we're doing it one at a time. So I want it to kind of ombre this way. So the pink will be on this side and the yellow will be on this side this time, but non-dominant, or the non-dominant color we're gonna start with, which is our yellow. We'll start over here. This is what we call making crap up as we go. Brush it out, that's 75%. Let's wipe that excess. Bring back in Thing Park. Get on our brush. I'm gonna get my big old head in your way, sorry. I don't think you guys realize how much I can't see half of the times when we're working with the camera, but we'll make it work. We're making it work. And then wipe the excess off and then put that pressure down. Get it to blend through. Ooh, I'm less pink on that side, but I'm liking it. I'm feeling it. Let's freeze it. Do our little 10 seconds. We just be working on the other hand, guys. We're never wasting time. We're always in motion. As long as we're in motion, we're not wasting time. Okay, let's pick that yellow. Let's make sure our brush is off. Pick up that yellow. Get it on there. I did put a lot on my brush, so I'm just go ahead and push it through. Didn't need to wipe. Now we'll wipe. So Jorge switched positions on you guys. We've kind of already did the yellow. We pulled it through. We're gonna wipe that brush off again. Come in with our pink. He's just trying to give you different options. Trying to make it fancy. Okay, the pink. Come in the side. Get that in that corner. Nice. This one I have a little more pink on the brush than I want. I'm just gonna wipe it off. Now, guys, if you don't wanna waste your pink, you can wipe it off in the jar. There's very little on the brush, so I don't feel like I'm wasting a ton, and I'm charging myself for this art, so, you know, I'll pay for it in the end. And blend through. Putting that pressure, you can see, like I'm putting a good amount of pressure. Then if I wanna lighten it up, like I want a little more pink, I just brush it. Lighten my touch and blend it through. I like it. Look up close and personal. Just touch a little yellow, like very little. Bring it in that mineral to kind of get more of an orangey look through the center. Boom. Okay. freeze it. Now, the question is, what are we doing on the other fingers? Because I want to use some of the summer Pixies. And I think I really want to use this hot orange, because we all know I love orange, right? And I don't know why I'm wearing pink. I have really gotten into pink lately, and it scares me. Maybe if we take the... I'm gonna just go for it. We're gonna grab a good amount of yellow and put it down around our edges. And I'm just gonna wipe a little bit. I'm gonna try not to contaminate my pot too much, but I'm gonna grab the pink, put a good amount on there, wipe any excess off. I'm just gonna try to mix these two together and see if we get like a hot orange. And I know you all are thinking right now, Tracey, you guys came out with a neon orange. It's not on the table. It's not. So we're creating our own. That's what we're gonna do right now. We're custom mixing. Ooh, 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 ooh. We got a sunset orange going on. I'm happy. What do you think, Jorge? We liking that color?
I'm digging it.
Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna freeze it for a second, and then we're gonna decide, are we gonna put it on the pinky too? I think we're putting it on the pinky too. What says, say you, Jorge? What says you, Jorge? Whatever your name is, I know who you are. Camera guy, what do you say? Should we do it on the pinky too?
Do it on the pinky.
Let's do it. Okay, that was kind of fun too. We custom making. Okay. Get that yellow down. And I just gonna use that to really get nice and tight. Or as tight as I can see right now. And we're just gonna grab that pink. Doesn't take much. Ooh, I might have just overwhelmed. Let's try it. Let's blend, blend, blend. Nothing blending won't fix, and that's where our shaking comes into play. We're not shaking, we're blending. But I like it. Okay, guys, I like that color. Okay, our neon orange is not that color. It's pretty bomb, but it's not that color. Okay, we're gonna cure out for our full minute, and then we're gonna add our pixies. Guys, I got so excited that I forgot about the chrome. And Jorge sits here and he tells me, I remembered, I was gonna ask you. Did he ask? No. And for all the people that were yelling at me that I said I was gonna do chrome, I'm doing chrome. Don't worry, I got it. I put some pink on my nail. We're gonna chrome some stuff. We're gonna put a nice little layer of chrome. Now remember, this doesn't need to be thick, right? But it needs to be fairly smooth, because what does chrome do? It shows everything, like everything. And summer chrome's a little more forgiving than like a mirrored chrome, but still, we want to try to look down from all different views. Check it out. Now I chrome for about 30 seconds. We don't want to, I'm using finish gel. This is what I love to chrome into, but we don't want to cure the finish gel out for a full minute. We want it to have a little grab to it. That's what's gonna grab the chrome, right? So we want that. And then, is this the only one I'm chroming? Now that I'm talking. Should we chrome? Chrome, I see Jorge in the corner. Okay. I know I'm going as, I should know this before I get on here, but I changed my mind on so many different things. Let's chrome one of the ombres too. Let's get this finish gel on. Okay, little spot that I want to make sure is smooth. I don't know if you guys can see it right there. You see that pop right there? We want that out of there because it will show. Okay, we'll keep the thumb out. I'm gonna put that in for 30 seconds. We'll do our chrome, and then we're gonna do our pixies. So we are going to use our new summer chrome palette. I'm gonna use the pink and the yellow. Duh, that's what we're using. Okay, let's do our pink first. We're just gonna get a little rub, and then we're just gonna rub it into the nail. I like to make sure I tuck it in that back really good. Make a little fluffer. Get excess off. Same thing here. Let's get our pink again. We're just gonna do the pink side. Up and over a little bit, and then we'll grab some yellow. That yellow, that was cool. I like it. A little more pink. Tuck in that little. And fluffer. Okay. Ooh, fancy. I like it. We use chrome. Done. Okay, let's see. We're also going to do our pixies, and I'm just gonna sprinkle them. I was thinking about doing like a little swirl and doing fancy, and we're not getting fancy, guys. We're not. We're just gonna put our finish gel on again. I'm gonna get a good healthy amount. I know you guys are always like, what does that mean? We're just gonna make sure it's nice and covered, but not so much that it starts running everywhere. Just wanna make sure the surface is covered. And then we're gonna sprinkle. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's what this is for. Glitter tray. Just start here. Ooh, check that. Oh, very cool. I'm just tucking. Guys, if you're doing this on a client, just wear gloves. Please, please wear gloves. Okay, I'm gonna take an orange wood stick if I had one. Okay, we're gonna use back of my nail, and we're just gonna tuck the sides in. Orange wood stick would be much appreciated right now.
You want me to go look for one real quick?
That's okay, we got it. I'll just paint inside the lines is what I'm doing. I'm making sure those little pixies are not sticking out, that they kind of conform to the nail. Okay, I'm actually gonna take a brush because I don't want to touch the gel itself. I just want to push down a little bit on those pixies so they're nice and in that finish. There we go. Let's do the other one. Over the top. Okay. Yeah. Again. Kind of conform it to the nail. Nice. Missing a spot right there. Gotcha. Something so simple takes time, guys. This is why we have to charge for it. We want to make it look right. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna freeze that. I like it. Freeze that. We'll clean that later. We won't talk about it. Okay, out of the light. I don't know why I put the finish away. Get a nice amount on the brush. Do our ombre. Do our chrome. Oh, that looks cool. Stress too much about putting on a thick layer of chrome because I'm actually going to top coat my chrome twice, and this will really make sure that it looks fairly smooth and also that we don't get any chipping. So we're just going to freeze it for about 30 seconds, put our second layer on. And this is why I like when we're doing multiple layers like this of something like color, chrome, top coat, talk about how I go a little thinner on the nails than maybe I would if I was just going to top coat them, because all those things are going to actually add some strength to it. And sometimes when we do the nail just right and thick enough for what we would do just for a top coat, and then we add all these multiple layers on, we start looking thick on our nails. So we want to make sure that we're compensating for all the stuff that we're going to apply on top also. And let's cure. Now, personally, I like to cure finish gel for a total of 2 minutes. I really like the shine to it. It's not necessary. 60 seconds. It's not necessary. 60 seconds is a full cure. I just think it gets shinier in 2 minutes. And I'm usually doing the other hand, and then I'm putting things away, so it's not really adding any time to my schedule. It just means I'm gonna have a really nice shine. Okay guys, we are done. We're gonna oil. Oil those babies up. I always like to feel around the sides to see if like anything I'm missing, any Sharpies that the client might notice. There's no reason that if we felt something, right, that we can't come in and take care of it. We want to make sure we take care of it. And a lot of times we don't notice something until we get color on it. So check them out, and we are finished.
Subscribe channel and